Thundercats Ho!
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Craig, the guy who has all the cool Thundercats toys and stuff. This is a first look at the new Bandai Thundercats Sword of Omens. You know, the toy that we've waited nearly 20 plus years for. So I just got this in the mail today. It's a little smaller than I thought it would be, but again, this is a kid's toy, not an adult's toy. So I guess we'll get started right away. First thing is the on-off mechanism. That activates, you know, the power, whatever, blah blah blah. In the box it comes with a pull tab to preserve the battery. But if you're like me, the second you go into the toy store when these are available, you're going to be pulling that pull tab to play with it, running through the aisles, screaming bloody gore, Thundercats Ho, and probably being escorted out by security. Now, the features. First, there's two different eyes. You know, there's, you know, the eyes sleeping, and then there's the Thundercat symbol. The original Sword of Omens had two of the Thundercats logo, and not so much that. There was a smaller toy, kind of like a grocery store item, not by LJN, that had this exact same feature, which I'm pretty happy is back. I think it's pretty cool. Even though there's a lot of screws in this side, like I don't think you'd walk around like that, but it's pretty badass. Anyway, enough of me bullshitting. Let's get to the nitty gritty. First, there's this button here on the hilt. The sword folds up pretty easily. You know, you just roll that in, and you know, it'll pop out. When you hold this button for a few seconds, you will hear
Sword of Omens, give me sight beyond sight.
Really cool feature. Now, if you see that lighting up, the back does not light up at all. There are, off this handle, a bunch of cool action sounds. I think there's like 3 or something. But yeah, the back does not light up. But either way, it looks pretty much the same, which is nice. That one's not just completely translucent red and the other's not. The light on this thing is great. Really bright. This here on the hilt, this lever, God, I wish that thing would shut up. The sword is held in 3 tiers here. So, you know, when the sword's in dagger mode, you know, you can't get that out. But when you hold this here, I'm just going to shut this for a sec. Kind of annoying. Much like the Power Rangers remake toys, the Dragon Dagger, you couldn't get the handle out unless you held this. So this is pretty cool. And let's flick this out. I want to get this on camera. Sorry if it's not, but squeeze the handle and I don't know if it went all the way. Oh, there we go.
That's it.
Okay, so that's the blade fully extended. Again, it's really not a huge sword, but it is big enough. The cool feature, turn this thing back on. Hold it. Let go. The voice is not great on it. Yeah, it's supposed to be Lionel, but it sounds kind of like an elderly man screaming at kids to get off their lawn. Let's hear it again. That really doesn't sound like the new voice of Lionel. This one kinda does when you hold that.
Sword of Omens, give me sight beyond sight.
But not so much the Thundercats Ho. I would have much rather, I know it's old continuity here, but I'd much rather they prefer give Larry Kenny a shot at this, much like they gave the John Irwin the voice of the original He-Man. He got a cameo on the 2000X toy. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. The paint apps are so-so. You know, I haven't even, like, smashed this thing around yet. It came with a few scuffs here and there. few nicks. But who cares? I mean, 20 plus years later, we get the Sword of Omens back. I'm definitely going to run around with this, attacking people at the grocery store and stuff like that. Just for the hell of it, now that we have that here, I figured we'd bring in the original Sword of Omens. No one's going to compare this here, but I'm going to do it. So, haha, I beat you all to the punch. They're roughly the same size from hilt to blade, which is crazy. The only, it's in pretty ratty shape. Look at that thing, there's cracks, tape all over it. It actually still works though, it's a pretty durable toy. One thing that sucks was like the blade was always bent because the way they held it in the original packaging, it was more like a cardboard thing with some zip ties going across it. So no matter what sword you have, the blade is always bent. What the hell was I saying? I don't even remember. I'm too freaking excited now. The original toy had a light feature that when you press that, it lit up the Eye of Thundera. I don't have batteries in it. I don't have any AAAs on hand, but this here definitely feels better in the hand than this. So, I mean, but you just can't beat your childhood relic, right? But they're roughly the same size. You can still do the sight beyond sight, pretty similarly. This lights up a hell of a lot better. God, shut up. They're pretty much roughly exactly the same size. Let me just get it tip to tip. I do like the width on this one much better. So yeah, the new sword roughly just comes in at about maybe 1/4 of an inch to an inch bigger. But hey, it's still a fun toy, and that's what matters, right? So yeah. The original one is cool, but sadly the new one is cooler. I just figured I'd give one last comparison side by side, zoomed in. There's actually a lot of detail though on the blade. It's really hard to see, but there's like grooves and kind of like a speckling feature going up and down the blade. It's a pretty cool toy. It retails for roughly around $20. I say that's a good deal. This is the deluxe version, not the little version that fits into the claw shield. For $20, I highly recommend it. For anything over $25, I would say just hold off and just wait, because they will be available. And then Ruby's has the license for this sword, but a Halloween costume version of it coming out in October. So if you're a fan of Thundercats, you like that sword better than this sword, check out Ruby's. Their Halloween costumes, of course, they'll be painted like crap, but if you get handy, like I am, we're going to just repaint that and make a video. The new one, not the original. That's worth too much money. Anyway, watch the show, leave some comments, leave feedback, and I'll catch you guys all later. Thundercats Ho!